My dear friends, today we are going to discuss about the RFCs and Internet standards. So the topics covered in this presentation are what is RFC, historical review of RFC, RFC editor, RFC process, RFC, what is an Internet standard, Internet standardization goals, and Internet standard development process. So first of all, let us see what is RFC. Internet Engineering Task Force IETF and Internet Society, the principal technical development and standards setting bodies for the Internet. RFC stands for Request for Comments. RFC is a type of publication from IETF and ISOC, that is Internet Engineering Task Force and Internet Society. RFC is authored by engineers and computer scientists in the form of a memorandum describing methods, behaviors, research, or innovations applicable to the working of the Internet and Internet connected systems. RFC is submitted either for peer review or simply to convey new concepts and information. The IETF adopts some of the proposals published as RFCs as Internet standards. The official source for RFCs on the World Wide Web is the RFC editor. Any published RFC can be retrieved via a URL of the form http://www.rfc-editor.org/rfc/rfc5000.txt shown for RFC 5000. History of RFC. How RFC came into existence. RFC documents were invented by Steve Crocker in 1969 to help record unofficial notes on the development of ARPANET. ARPANET is nothing but Advanced Research Projects Agency Network. It was an early packet switching network and the first network to implement the protocol suite TCP/IP. Both technologies became the technical foundation of the Internet. RFCs have since become official documents of Internet specifications, communications protocols, procedures, and events. Today's RFC is the official publication channel for the Engineering Task Force and the Internet Architecture Board. RFC Editor. The authors submit their documents on RFC Editor portal. RFC Editor is an online portal. It can be found out in the website https://www.rfc-editor.org. The RFC editor assigns each RFC a serial number. Once assigned a number and published, an RFC is never modified. If a document requires amendments, the authors publish a revised document. What is the process for RFC? RFC process is documented in RFC 2026, the Internet Standards Process Revision 3. There are four streams of RFCs. First one is IETF, Internet Engineering Task Force. Second one IRTF, Internet Research Task Force. Third one IAB, Internet Architecture Board under ISOC. And last one is Independent Submission. What is IETF subseries? RFC series contains three subseries of IETF RFCs. First one BCP, second one FYI, and third one STD. BCP is nothing but best current practice. FYI, for your information. That is informational RFCs promoted by the IETF. STD, standard, the third and highest maturity level of the IETF standard. Only the IETF creates the BCPs and RFCs on standard stack. IRTF and independent RFCs contain relevant information experiments for the Internet at large, not in conflict with IETF. An independent submission is checked by the IESG, that is the Internet Engineering Steering Group, for conflicts with the IETF work. The quality is assessed by an independent submission editorial board. Each RFC is assigned a designation with regard to status within the Internet standardization process. This status is one of the following: informational, experimental, best current practice, standards track, or historic. Each RFC is static. If the document is changed, it is submitted again and assigned a new RFC number. Standard track. Only the IETF, represented by the Internet Engineering Steering Group, can approve standards track RFCs. Here, the standard track is surrounded by draft standard, proposed standard, and the Internet standard. If an RFC becomes an Internet standard, it is assigned an STD number but retains its RFC number also. The definitive list of Internet standards is itself an Internet standard, STD1, Internet Official Protocol Standards. When an Internet standard is updated, its STD number is same, now referring to a new RFC or set of RFC. Best current practice. The best current practice subseries collects administrative documents and other texts which are considered as official rules and not only information. The BCP series also covers technical recommendations for how to practice Internet standards. Best current practices work in a similar fashion as standard BCP and refers to a certain RFC or set of RFCs. Informational and experiment. Usually informational RFCs form FYI subseries. An informational RFC can be nearly anything from humorous jokes to widely recognized essential RFCs. An experimental RFC can be an IETF document or an individual submission to the RFC editor. A draft is designated experimental if it is unclear the proposal will work as intended or otherwise. The proposal will be widely adopted experimental RFCs promoted to standards track if it becomes popular and works. Historic and unknown. An historic RFC is one that the technology defined by the RFC is no longer recommended for use, which differs from obsolete header enabling replacement RFC. For example, Internet Explorer, historic, and Windows 2000 OS obsolete. Status unknown is used for some very old RFCs, where it is going to mention which status the document would get if it were published to. An Internet standard is a specification that is stable and well understood, is technically competent, has multiple independent and interoperable implementations with operational experience, enjoys significant public support, and is recognizably useful in some or all parts of the Internet. Internet standards are created and published by the Internet Engineering Task Force. Engineering contributions to the IETF start as an Internet draft, may be promoted to a request for comments, and may eventually become an Internet standard. Internet standardization goals. First one, high quality, prior implementation and testing, openness and fairness, timeliness. Specifications that are destined to become Internet standards evolve through a set of maturity levels known as the standards track. So here we can see the Internet standard development process. The Internet draft proposed standard is there, and it is going to be 6 months and 2 tries. Next draft standard, 4 months and 2 tries. Internet standard, finally story. Here we can see that an Internet draft can be of two categories, experimental and information. These are the references where we have taken this. Thank you. Language is the principal tool with which we communicate. But when words are used carelessly or mistakenly, what was intended to advance mutual understanding may in fact hinder it. Our instrument becomes our word. Thank you.